Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. Silver price forecast for 2020. What an exciting video. What a great subject to talk about since we are fresh into the new year. What does silver have in store for it? Right now we see silver prices holding its ground, standing its ground, holding stability, even though stock markets are setting record-breaking highs, even though the dollar index is high, so a rally could be forming. So anyways, I found this article from Kitco, a link will be in the description, titled, "Can Silver Prices Top Gold's Performance in 2020? Analysts Watching Improving Demand." So, very interesting article. I think you guys will like it. So with that said, let's jump into it. Silver is looking to play catch-up to gold and potentially outperform the yellow metal next year, according to analysts who are eyeing the U.S.-China trade progress and silver's improving demand as key drivers. Both silver and gold had stellar years despite dropping its 2019 highs reaching this fall. During the last 12 months, spot gold rose around 19% and silver advanced 16.9% according to Kitco's aggregated charts. So silver spot price reached their 2019 peak at the beginning of September, trading above $19.60. At the time of writing, spot silver was $16.99 in March. COMEX silver was $17.07 an ounce. So a lot has been going on. This article was written a couple months ago, but it still is very relevant, sharing the prices for the new year. Right now we see silver at $17.79, up 22 cents on the day, which is a huge indicator that it is holding its ground even though stock markets are setting record highs. It's going to still perform better than most times, 9 times out of 10 when stock markets are high, silver's low. When the dollar index is high, silver's low, but that's not the case. So anyways, the biggest driver for next year will be the U.S.-China trade situation and global growth prospects. Standard Chartered precious metals analyst Suki Cooper told Kitco News on Tuesday, which is still, an ongoing thing. It's very, very ongoing, and I say because they did make a partial agreement, but who knows, with Trump's impeachment, with the 2020 presidential election, a lot of other things are going to be going into play as well. So this interactive chart showing weekly precious metals prices for gold, palladium, and platinum. Gold prices are from Fred's London Bullion Market Association, the LBMA. Gold price and PGM prices are from Johnson Matthey. Chart is fork from Mike Bostick's index chart observable. So you can see right here, gold, platinum, and palladium, and silver. Silver is the red line. So you can see gold is very closely knit to silver, as you can see this chart. So we have 2020 where it's going to be curious because when is silver going to start performing apart from gold? And I use the word apart because silver is always so tightly knit to gold. When can prices pull away? So anyways, for silver, trade negotiations are one of the key risks, and given the impact it has on the industrial demand growth, economic growth, and outlook on the tech sector. Cooper said, we do expect the Federal Reserve to remain on hold in 2020, but there will likely be continued concerns around the U.S.-China trade negotiations. Given that there is still negative yielding debt on the global crisis, this is likely to create a positive backdrop for safe haven assets. The outcome of Brexit will also play a key role, especially from the perspective of its impact on European growth, Cooper pointed out. For gold and silver, it's going to be the macro environment that is a key driver, she said. We think the trade tensions will be an underlying theme for the complex as a whole, whether it's going to impact industrial demand or the auto sector growth, or whether that triggers safe haven interest in gold and silver. So the macro environment is a key driver, and that's interesting as well. I think that the things are going to play out, and there's always the unknown variable as well that people don't incorporate. So anyways, the price projections for 2020. So one of the more popular calls for silver next year is the price is around $18 an ounce. So it is in the year 2020 now. We have a glimpse into the future, and it's sitting almost $18 an ounce. We might see that by tomorrow or the next day, and with most gains set for a year end. So silver could close next year around $17.50 an ounce, RJO Future Senior Market Strategist Philip Strabel said. The Dutch bank ABN AMRO projects silver to reach $18 an ounce by the year end, averaging $16.60 throughout 2020, which is very bearish. I definitely think it's going to be higher than that. We're already $2 above that right now. We think that an aggressive sell-off in silver prices in coming months will be an opportunity to position for higher prices later in 2020. So strategist TD Securities sees silver potential peaking around $20 an ounce next year. That silver could jump $20 an ounce by the end of 2020 in response to its firming fundamentals for spillover investment demand from the yellow metal. So it's talking about how gold can, outplay silver, and that silver will kind of, run off of gold's rallying. So a lot of drags on the growth, such printed episodes of deleveraging in China, tightening in the U.S. has been all flashed out. Going forward, we should see some improvement, TD Security strategist Daniel Gallis added. So Standard Chartered is projecting for silver around $17.50 an ounce in 2020 and peaking around $18 an ounce in quarter two. So Metals Focus says it sees silver averaging around $19.40 in 2020 with the potential of touching a high of over $22. So you can see this pattern. Some people are very bearish. Some people are bullish. I definitely think that it's more on the bullish side because of the shortage, because of the demand rising, especially with the 2020 presidential election being such a key, such a key, situation that can drive such, controversy, chaos, and that's where safe haven metals like gold and silver will flourish. So anyways, the monthly continuation for the nearby COMEX silver futures reveals prices are in the midday of a wide trading range bound by long-term chart resistance at the 2016 high of $20.82 an ounce by the end of 2015 with $13.66 an ounce. Silver's technical picture going forwards looks neutral, neither favoring the bulls or the bears, added Wyckoff. The monthly chart suggests in 2020 prices will continue to trade choppy fashion within the range defined at the support and resistance lines on the chart, he said. So here's the COMEX silver futures monthly. So you can see in 2011 this huge spike, in 1980 huge spike, but the resistance is around this $20.75 area and the support seen at $13.66. And that has been the repeating factor all the way for over 10 years. You can see this. But I definitely think right now there's an opportunity for it to rise, especially given the same things we've been talking about. Stock market setting record highs, gold and silver hold its balance, hold its ground. Dollar index, the shortages, the upcoming demand, the industrial uses, which are paying premiums, so many different given things. The miners aren't focusing on silver right now, but the natural price of it could also rise as well, as along with the recession looming, the dollar index. But not only that, you also have hyperinflation destroying the dollar, where the dollar is becoming worthless and people need an alternative. Which the more people hear about that, will be transferring their money into something that holds its wealth, like gold and silver. So here are the next part of the article talks about how silver could outperform gold in 2020. One of the significant concerns with silver this year has been its underperformance in comparison to gold, especially when prices hit multi-year highs in August-September. Whereas the price of gold was trading at a 6.5-year high in September, it was only 20% short of its all-time high. The silver price achieved a 3-year high just under $20 at the same time. There is still 30% below in the spring 2013 level, however, not to mention a long way off the all-time high around $50 reached in 2011. So as we count down to the new year, many analysts are now optimistic on silver's comparison to gold. Silver could outperform gold next year. So over the last few years, investment for silver and gold disconnected quite a bit. Over the last few months, however, there's been signs that the correlation of the investment activity for both metals has turned positive again. So RJO Futures said Strabel is more optimistic on the silver due to its demand component. The ratio between gold and silver will continue to crack lower, which I've been talking about, favoring silver and taking away from gold. Silver will take from some other metal like platinum, palladium, and trade deal to help boost technology and demand for silver, which I've also mentioned. That's a huge part. So here's a rare buy call. A very rare silver buy call came from the CPM Group ahead of the new year. Group issued an intermediate term silver buy recommendation for investors in December, stating that silver market is a critical vertex at present. Silver prices are more likely to rise and fall in the next few years, but uber bulls might be disappointed. And this is the people that are hoping for $100 silver, $50 silver. That's unrealistic. I want to keep it realistic. You're going to have silver prices probably around the $20, $25 range if we are hitting a huge rally, which is still extremely high compared to the $15 averages we've seen over the last couple of years. So depends where you're getting into on these markets. Are you on the lower or the higher side? I'm curious. I think this was a great article. It stated some very important points. Also, I loved hearing all the different insights, the different opinions, from all these other people that are in the precious metals world and what they had to say and also why. So I'd love to hear what you have to say. What do you think the price of silver is going to be for the year 2020? What do you think it's going to stand between? What do you think are going to be the major components that are going to be driving prices up or upwards or downwards, and why? I'd love to hear your thoughts. But anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Like I said, the link to this video will be in the description if you want to check it out yourself. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. Make sure to smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe for new. Also check out the 2 other videos I posted today. I definitely think you guys will enjoy them. So thank you so much for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I will see you guys soon. Peace.